Let's now talk to Joav Toker from the American Graduate University in Paris for the latest on this. Joav, welcome to Africa Live. Now, the French government says while the claim by Al-Qaeda that it was behind the killing of the journalist does seem credible, the French government is still investigating. What more do we know?
Well, we know that there are French judiciary police officers on the ground, and we know that they are working together with Bamako, special crews who went up from the capital in order to help. We know for several hours now, I think it was published in parallel in Paris and in Bamako, the identity of the owner of the vehicle in which the two French journalists were born and then slaughtered, murdered. The name is Bayeb Bakabo, and he was described as Tuareg. We also know that there's another man associated with the crime whose identity was not published, but who was described as of Mauritanian nationality. And then, this is not precisely what we know, but this is what we hear recently from several experts, not all of them, but some of them, which is that the scenario seems to be that of something which went wrong, actually, on the part of Al-Qaeda. And actually, perhaps some problems with the vehicle, which obliged, so to speak, the kidnappers, the terrorists, to assassinate the two hostages, which at the beginning they did not intend to kill.
Now, if we look at the picture there, but more broadly, despite signs of continued instability in Mali, France has said it won't delay its planned military drawdown there. So what are the implications of this decision?
Well, the implications is actually the French overall position is naturally somehow more fragilized over the events of the last 3-4 days. But in terms of overall planning, then the French say and apparently seem to stick to the original planning. There are 3,200 French troops right now in Mali, and according to the original plan, there should be only 1,000 by the end of the year, which is in a few weeks' time. Is that feasible? Yes, it is, because the overall French architecture, if I may say so, for the pacification of the Malian situation is based on both political architecture, which involve the government, the elections coming up in Mali, the help of other African countries and the international community, and on the military presence of UN peacekeeping troops, which are supposed to go all the way up to 12,000. This is not yet the situation on the ground, but in any case, it wouldn't be the French themselves, say sources in Paris, who would assure that every single detail regarding the purely military situation would be handled. It should be and is the responsibility, the collective responsibility of the international community with African partners.
All right, Joav Toker, thank you very much for your time there. Joav Toker from the American Graduate University of Paris.